Oh, excuse me. Gee, that came on fast. I was scratching my ear, clearing my throat. I was going to try to be so professional. Yeah, I may as well give up on that thought. Uh, Doc, what you see is what you get south here. And I thought, okay, I thought I'd talk about, because it's coming up soon, Vets Summerfest. This a big fundraiser for Operation Chill Out. You hear me talk about them. If you go to the Chatterbox or back when I had my internet station, I was always talking those people up because what they're doing is the real deal. They go out and they help homeless veterans. They're amazing at this. They go at it much like a rescue squad. Gets a call, and says we have an injured down on Fourth and Nash Street, and they well, down they go. Well, evidently, Operation Chill Out does that to a degree, and in a similar way, not to a degree, but in a similar way. For veterans, if someone spots a veteran who and they think that person, if they spot a homeless person, they think that person might be a veteran, you can contact Operation Chill Out, and they'll get there as fast as they can to see what they can do. They're a good group. I think I've had people tell me, well, like one couple told me once how their son, after serving in the Middle East in war, just basically became kind of just lethargic and all. Next thing you know, he just couldn't stay in the house. He pretty much wandered off and was homeless. They called Operation Chill Out, and I seem to remember they had tears in their eyes when they told me that Operation Chill Out came and got their son, and got him some help, and he's on the mend. This is the kind of thing they do. I have seen homeless veterans, even one, sadly, when I was a kid. When I was in college. This was a fellow who actually had the Congressional Medal of Honor, and yet he was homeless. Not good. Not good. It does happen. The PTSD is very real. Not that I was in any situation like that from the little bit I was in the Navy, but actually I can tell you the PTSD happens to people who've been in auto wrecks. I was in a bad one, and frankly, I was a bit flaky and just not on my game for about a year after the wreck, maybe even longer. So yeah, it's a real thing, and it can lead to all sorts of trouble. It's something they should study, especially study and find what they can do to prevent with our soldiers. And evidently, it's been going on since the days of the pharaohs and the Roman legions. They evidently, many of their soldiers had PTSD when they returned. So yeah, it's a rough thing, and they fight it. They fight it nicely in New Jersey, northeastern Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. But now let's talk about some fun. They're going to have on Saturday, August 11th this year, 2018, over at Vasa Park, that on Wolf Road, right off of Route 46 in Bud Lake, New Jersey. They're going to have their annual Vet Summerfest. They've been doing this now for a number of years, and it's always good. Vasa Park, number one, is a cool place to be. Lots of shade trees, grassy lawns. It's nice. It's going to be all sorts of food. I know they don't scrimp on the sausage and peppers. At Vet Summerfest. Yeah, they got that. They're going to have, well, let's see, all sorts of things. Let me see. Live bands. All kinds of bands coming in to play. They set up a stage. They have a sound man and everything. Yeah, and numerous bands. They're going to have a car show. Yep, a car show is there. A bike run, I believe a bike run will be, will be stopping there. I think that's the end point. I don't know all the details, but you can go to the website. Just Google Vets Summerfest 2018, and you'll get the details on the car show and the motorcycle run. Vendors, if you want to be a vendor there, they have vendors. Just just all sorts of neat stuff. Again, information booths, help booths for veterans. To get the ball rolling on perhaps getting to getting back in your proper form after serving, or again, if you're a family member of a veteran who's showing some signs, well, these people can help you, maybe get you on the road to mending the situation. It can be mended, so yeah, you got to get on it. That's all. Again, Operation Chill Out, wonderful people. You know what's the best thing though about that event is you're there walking amongst people who serve, who either serve or have served, one way or another. You get all sorts of great military stories, and not all horror stories, just interesting things. Like I ran into a guy once who was in the actually I went to high school with him, but he was telling me he was evidently a pilot with I think the Air National Guard in New Jersey. I think that was it, a jet pilot. And he was saying how they got into a NATO war games, and his mission was to drop dummy bombs on a Dutch frigate or a destroyer, something like that. And he swears he hit it. He says, "Doggone," he said, "I saw the bombs bounce off the hull. I had no idea. They're like fake, I guess, lightweight bombs. I guess is how they do it, and no explosives. But they didn't score it. So he said, "Doggone it, I'll show you." He goes back to the airport, back to the base, flies, lands his squad. He tells I guess the bombardier to load up something else onto the plane, and they load up, they fuel up, and they go back for another run. Doggunner, and they come in low and fast, and they drop each plane. There's about 4 planes in the squadron. Each plane dropped, I think it was 200 pounds of toilet paper on the frigate. They TP'd the Dutch. And there was no way of saying that they missed this time. Yeah, it was just like Halloween, just like Mischief Night. And stuff like that. I ran into a guy who served on the East German, West German border during, when Germany was divided. And he said, you'd be hollering back and forth to the Russian soldiers or the East German soldiers. I don't know if they were Russian. I guess East German soldiers. And you'd kind of just mess with each other. And then every now and then someone would try to get across, and the East Germans would fire at them. And meanwhile, our guys would kind of throw down machine gun fire to kind of get the guys to duck while the person trying to escape East Germany ran across the line. I guess once they got to our side, they were safe. But he said you tried to do it so no one got hurt. I guess now and then someone did, but for the most part, they said they helped quite a few people get to the east. I'm sorry, the west, and like that. You hear all these just really cool stories, and in some cases, maybe a rescue squad's there doing something, and they talk about some of their adventures helping people out. I don't know, but I think that's one of the coolest things about it is the bull sessions you can get into with people who served. I find it absolutely fascinating. Wonderful people, just top of the line. So anyway, I thought I'd say Operation Chill Out, Vets Summerfest. You definitely want to go. Oh, and how much does it cost? It's a free will donation. So you donate to get in, as I understand it. Okay, so there you go. And again, that's Vasa Park, Saturday, August 11th, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Kids are welcome. They have things the kids can have some fun with too. Okay, so but mostly hearing those stories and eating a sausage and pepper. And I guess, well, if you'd like to have a beer, well, they got beer too. Okay, so there you go. All right, there you go. Vets Summerfest. I wish them well. I know this is the biggie for them, so by all means, do try to make it. Again, Google Vets Summerfest. You'll for Operation Chill Out. You'll get all the info you need. Okay. God bless, friends. We'll see you later. Thank you.